Now at 9, Wyandotte Nation gives back to the community with a local food distribution. Plus, SMB hosts a community breakfast fundraiser for local veterans.
A community celebrates Easter with some fluffy friends. That story coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Amber Jenkins. Voters in Missouri were able to cast their ballot today for the Democratic presidential primary. This primary election nominates a Democratic presidential nominee. It was held after Missouri representatives failed to implement the presidential preference primary voters may be used to. Organizers say they hope voters will still participate despite the challenge.
Is to protect and promote our democracy. Yes, it's very important that everyone get out and vote in every election. This election, and then we have a primary in August. It's very important to vote.
Organizers say official numbers from today's election may not be announced until next week. Today's ballots are being transported to St. Louis, where they are being counted. The Kansas legislature is unlikely to pass a Medicaid expansion that is termed as the Republican-led House halted a bill with strong support from residents. The House discussed the bill for one day after 900 people provided testimony on dozens of rallies were held statewide in support of it. The House committee that heard the bill voted to halt it by a vote of 12-5, falling along party lines. Governor Laura Kelly, who has spent months rallying across the state for expansion, called this move very disappointing. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us for the first look at weather.
Well, today was a bit chillier than what we have seen the last couple of days. We had a little cold front come through on Tuesday, dropping those temperatures just a bit, but we will warm up in the next coming days. We have a little bit of rain maybe tonight in some of our northern counties and some rain showers tomorrow as well, all the way through Monday morning. Temperatures across the region are now starting to drop down to the 50s and a little bit lower as we move into the overnight hours, with our low dropping down to about 44 tonight. Winds do pick up all the way through tonight, starting around 25 to 30 miles per hour gusts, but they'll increase tomorrow. We're going to have a pretty windy and dreary rainy day tomorrow, but I'll have all of those details up for next.
KCU students in Joplin today had a chance to participate in a mass casualty simulation. The purpose of the event was to learn and practice vital skills that could help them to prepare for real-world events. First-year students acted as the victims, while the second-year students acted as the EMS.
KCU students are very lucky that we have this event every year because this is very critical. Things can happen at any time, and to be able to be ready and be able to simulate these disasters and be able to learn how to deal with it, I think it's very vital, and we're gonna go out there and shine.
Today's simulation began at 9 this morning and wrapped up around 11. Wyandotte Nation today provided meals to the community during a local food distribution. The food donated was free to the first 350 families. It included breads, dairy, fruits, protein, and vegetables. Organizers say this event is just one way they can give back to the community.
The price of groceries have skyrocketed, and you know, food has become a real issue, especially in a small rural community like Wyandotte in this area. And so you know, we just, you know, figure it's a one way that we can do our part to help meet the need, you know, to make sure that people have food in this area.
Today's event had more than 20 Wyandotte Nation volunteers. Southwest Missouri Bank today hosted a community breakfast fundraiser for area veterans. Proceeds from the benefit go to the sponsorship of a service dog for a disabled veteran through Heartland Canines. Today, we asked a local veteran how his service dog is able to help him.
I can tell you right off the top of my head, Riley's helped me cut down on about 90% of my medication. She encourages me just as much as I encourage her to get back into public. To feel more comfortable and confident in different situations, and that's life-changing.
The breakfast included all-you-can-eat biscuits and gravy and pancakes. Yummy. Hundreds of people came out to a local farm today to help celebrate Easter with some fluffy friends. KOAM Samantha Walker has more on the guests of honor at this special egg hunt.
It's really fluffy, so.
People from all around came together at a farm in Greenfield to celebrate Easter with some fluffy friends. Baby Highland cows, goats, bunnies, and chicks joined families in the festivities.
We decided that we wanted to get reach to the community to bring families together with the things that we love the most, which is nature, animals, and just having family connections.
Local high school students were volunteers at the event and helped showcase different animals to families.
Kids can have a lot of fun here, like if they can spend time with their family and friends and stuff.
Organizers say the amount of attendees is far more than they expected.
It's great to see this many people coming out. For an event we thought we might get a couple hundred. It's been fantastic.
Participants at the egg hunt say it was the cutest and fluffiest way to celebrate Easter.
I like cows and I like Easter egg hunts.
The Reeveses say helping to bring families together is the best part.
Well, I don't think there's a lot that families get to do that's open to the public, that is free or lower cost, and this is a great way for families to come out and enjoy the fresh air, get to see the countryside.
And their hard work did not go unnoticed.
Thank you so much for doing this for all of us.
Thank you so much for providing us Easter egg hunt. They did the same thing for Christmas also.
Reporting in Greenfield, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The organizers of today's egg hunt say they hope to partner with their Highland cows and other nonprofits in the future to help support the community. Coming up, why Mercy is changing its partnership to a hospital in Kansas City. Get ready for those itchy eyes and a runny nose. That's right, allergy season has arrived in many parts of the U.S. Warm winter weather has trees blooming early, so be on the lookout for allergies that are earlier and stronger than expected. The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America estimates more than 80 million Americans suffer from seasonal allergies. For tips to help battle spring allergies, head on over to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Just 4 months after Cox Health and Mercy announced a first-of-its-kind collaboration to improve child care services in the area, the relationship has ended. And as Joe Hickman reports, Mercy is now partnering with a Kansas City Children's Hospital and moving on without Cox.
The short-lived relationship between two of Springfield's largest employers came as a surprise today, as it was back on November 13th that competitors Cox Health and Mercy held a major news conference to announce what was termed an historic collaboration to bring better pediatric services to the area so families wouldn't have to go to Kansas City or St. Louis because of gaps in local care. The plan was to bring in a third party that was highly specialized in pediatric services and figure out what the area needed.
I think part of our vision is, at the boldest end of it, a standalone pediatric children's hospital for this community.
But today, Mercy officials announced the pediatric partnership with Cox Health was over after the two sides could not agree on a path forward with Mercy's preferred choice as the third partner, Children's Mercy Kansas City, which is actually not a part of the Mercy system, despite its name.
They are an independent children's care provider. It is not in any way only for Mercy patients.
At the end of the day, there are different points of view on the right path forward. We just feel very strongly that Children's Mercy is a partner that we want to move forward with.
Although we're disappointed that this didn't come together like we thought, we have not deviated from our focus, which is to bring elevated pediatric services to our community.
Cox Health declined an on-camera interview, but did release this statement that said in part, "Transforming pediatric care was our focus when we began discussions on a historic partnership for children's care, and it is our focus now, even as Mercy has chosen to abruptly change course. This is why we were surprised to learn late last night that Mercy has ended the proposed collaboration in order to pursue an exclusive partnership with Children's Mercy in Kansas City. We are greatly disappointed that Mercy made this announcement with minimal notice to us and to the community. Unfortunately, Mercy's unilateral decision to end the collaboration is in direct conflict with the clear results of the mutually agreed upon process. Mercy's exit is not a scenario Cox Health had anticipated. Given the unexpected nature of this announcement, our team will work closely with the community to carefully consider the best options for the care of our children. We will make decisions based on what is best for the children of our communities, independent of corporate self-interest.
Lindsay is next with a complete look at the forecast, and later, why experts are warning of Asian lady beetles this spring.
Today was nice, but it was a little bit chillier than what we've seen. We had a little cold front move through on Friday. Taking a look from our Cornell Complex camera, it is a pretty cloudy evening tonight, and it's going to be breezy as well. We do see some showers in some of our northern counties, but nothing too serious tonight. We are tracking our next rain system moving through Colorado now. Will be making its way into our area tomorrow morning. So we're actually getting some rainfall tomorrow all the way through early Monday morning. Like I said, we had a small cold front move through on Friday, so our high was 67, dropping it to 55 for today. Temperatures will be a little bit chillier still tomorrow, but they will start to warm up as we see a nice warming stretch throughout this week. Sun comes back out, but we do have some pretty windy conditions tonight. Lighter right now, gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour as we move into the evening, but getting into Sunday, it's going to be pretty windy. Winds gusting upwards of 35 to 40 miles per hour pretty much the entire day. And on top of that, we will see some rainfall with that as well. So what you can expect tonight, just pretty cloudy. We're not going to see any rain come in until after 9 a.m. tomorrow, but temperatures down to about 44 for our low tonight, and it will be windy. Take a look, and we're going to see what time we can start to expect some of that rainfall and what it may look like. Around 6 p.m. on Sunday is when we're going to get our heaviest rainfall, so mostly just scattered showers throughout the early morning hours. And by Monday, the heaviest strip of rain where all the thunderstorms will be are moving just south of us, so we're mostly just going to get some heavy rainfall throughout the day, but no thunderstorms. But those start after 9 a.m. mostly. Starting in our northern counties, some scattered showers, but more widespread rainfall moving in a little bit later in the day. We're going to take a closer look. You can start to see those showers move through Sunday morning. Like I said, widespread rainfall moving through down to Joplin by 2 p.m. on Sunday, where our heaviest patches of rain start to move in a little bit later Sunday evening, where we may see some thunder here and there, but nothing too serious. And that's going to continue all the way through early Monday morning. Should be cleared out by midday though. Temperatures do drop 50 degrees on Tuesday, but they'll start to warm up. You can see we got temperatures getting into the 60s by Thursday. Pretty sunny, and we do see windy conditions Friday, but warmer temperatures, 73, 76 on Saturday, getting all the way up to 79 next Monday, where we do see some more rain chances start to make their way in.
You know, I already packed up like all of my winter clothes. I was so happy, but it looks like I need to bring some of them back out.
Well, with that one low on Tuesday dropping down to 27, maybe, but should be pretty good.
All right, thank you. It's common to see ladybugs across our region after spring arrives, but they can easily be mistaken for another insect that can actually do some damage. The culprit is the Asian lady beetle. Nick Kelly has the details.
Warmer spring air has been making a return to the Ozarks, prompting flowers to bud, people to enjoy the outdoors, and insects to get active again. From the first freeze of last winter, area pest control companies have had calls for Asian lady beetle control increase.
And we get them a lot, probably once to twice a week during the winter, especially on those warmer days or the day after those warmer days, and then all the way through until probably mid-spring.
How do they stand out compared to ladybugs? These beetles will be larger than ladybugs, with their shape flattened and flared in the back and steep in the front. Unlike ladybugs that are bright red, the beetles will have tan, orange, or red wing covers. Plus, the plate above their head is usually white with 4 black spots that resemble a W or an M. Plus, their behavior differences make them stand out.
They're much more ones that would aggregate or group together and hang out over winter compared to ladybugs, which don't actually do that as much.
The good news is the Asian lady beetle is an invasive pest that doesn't cause any damage to your home and doesn't harm humans or pets. However, there's one way you'll definitely notice them if they're killed or trying to communicate with others.
When they die, they do have that slight smell to them. We can't really do a lot of pesticide applications because we don't want them to die in that wall void where they're living and overwintering.
If they become a problem, experts can still help with a method that homeowners can do as well.
What we do is we go up there and we try to eliminate them using a vacuum to get as many as we can, or at least if we can't do it effectively, we can at least kill them and then do it.
Another heads up from experts to prevent them from getting inside. With our warmer weather months ahead of us, head to the hardware store for chalk or sealant to close off any cracks or crevices of your home, foundation, or around your doors and windows. That can go a long way to keep these lady beetles and other unwanted bugs out of your home. Coming up, we'll take a look how artificial intelligence is impacting the advertising market. Some Starbucks branded holiday gift mugs have been recalled for possible burn risk. Nestle USA is recalling about 444,500 mugs sold in 2 different sizes. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the mugs can overheat or break if microwaved or filled with extremely hot liquids. The cups were sold at Target, Walmart, and military gift stores from November 2023 through January 2024. Keurig is taking out the cups from its popular K-Cups. The coffee company is launching K-Rounds, which it says is completely free of plastics and aluminum. The rounds are grounded and pressed coffee beans that are held together by a plant-based material. The new product will only work with Keurig's new Alta brewer, which will also be able to brew K-Cups. Advertisers are finding new ways to reach streaming viewers, thanks to the rise of AI. Fox Business correspondent Kelly O'Grady has more.
Well, streaming services are being taken over by advertisements with a higher monthly fee for those who want an ad-free experience. A recent report finds the average American spends more than 3 hours a day streaming content.
TV is evolving. There's over 300 million TV sets in America today.
A new survey by Deloitte finding U.S. households spend $61 every month on streaming services. That's up 27% from last year. And a majority of American consumers in every age group would rather watch a show or movie written by a human rather than artificial intelligence.
People are going to not know the difference between an AI-produced movie and a real produced movie with real people. And the actors will become more and more famous that are created through AI technology.
Amazon and Disney use AI to analyze which parts of a show viewers like the most, and advertisers use AI to make tailored ads that zero in on their ideal audience.
We can target them locally or on a local level, which is a city or in a suburban area or in a rural area. And it goes from blocks to miles to 30 miles. So it can go out there pretty far, but can send the right message to the right person at the right time.
Netflix is the dominant streaming service in terms of the number of subscribers, with over 260 million across the globe. And it's just one of many other streaming sites with a huge monthly price jump for an ad-free experience. But for those who want to pay the lower price without the ads, so-called ad blockers are becoming more popular. And there's definitely a market for those AI-targeted ads. Netflix ad-supported tier racked up 5 million subscribers in just 6 months. In New York, Kelly O'Grady, Fox Business.
Up next, the Mega Millions have yet to be won, and the new prize is soaring. We'll have the details. The jackpot for the Mega Millions grand prize is now over 10 digits. The jackpot balloon passed a $1 billion mark after no grand prize winners were picked yesterday, and now it's about $1.1 billion. Mega Millions haven't had a billion dollar jackpot in 7 months, and no one's come away with any grand prize since December of 2023, when 2 California players won $394 million. 30 more minutes of news, weather, and sports coming your way. Coming up, why so many Americans are taking funds out of their retirement early. Over the past few months, former President Donald Trump has racked up endorsements from high-ranking members of the GOP and some former primary opponents. But there are several big names who say they don't plan on supporting the presumptive Republican nominee. Washington correspondent Julia Benbrook has the details.
Several of Donald Trump's primary opponents started campaigning for the former president quickly after they suspended their own campaigns, including businessman Vivek Ramaswamy and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott.
I just love you.
But not all of Trump's former opponents are falling in line. In an interview with Fox News, former Vice President Mike Pence said he cannot endorse the president he once served with.
Donald Trump is pursuing and articulating an agenda that is at odds with the conservative agenda that we governed on during our 4 years.
In a USA Today op-ed, former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson made his stance clear, writing, quote, "I have not endorsed Donald Trump for president, and I will not do so." Hutchinson, who was critical of Trump on the presidential campaign trail, wrote, "Regretfully, Donald Trump has redefined the GOP in his image and has put personal ego above the common good."
8 Republican candidates have qualified and have chosen to be here.
In order to get on the debate stage last year, the Republican candidates signed an RNC pledge promising to support the eventual nominee. Trump's former UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, has not made an official announcement of support, but has suggested she's no longer bound by that pledge.
I think I'll make what decision I want to make.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
The White House says President Biden signed a massive $1.2 trillion federal government funding bill into law today. The Senate passed the legislation just after 2 a.m. Eastern. It came after the Senate reached a last-minute agreement to vote on the bill and thereby avoid a partial government shutdown that was slated to begin after midnight. With a lack of savings for times of emergencies, a growing number of cash-strapped Americans are dipping into their retirement savings early. But this strategy comes with a handful of consequences that could create a financial fiasco. Fox News correspondent Gary Baumgarten has the story.
With inflation still keeping the cost of living high, many Americans are spending more for less.
$80 was like 4 things.
Economists say it's making it harder to put money into savings accounts, leaving people vulnerable if they need quick cash in case of an emergency.
It's extremely difficult to keep in a budget now.
To cover urgent financial needs, business experts say a growing number of people are making risky decisions. A recent report from investment management company Vanguard finds about 3.6% of its 401k participants made early withdrawals from their retirement plans last year. That's up from 2.8% in 2022.
The purpose of the 401k is to save for retirement. So if you're going to keep playing with it like it's your piggy bank, when it's time to retire, the only thing you're going to have left is Social Security. Social Security doesn't give a tremendous amount, right? It's capped also.
But while pinching from your 401k early can give you money in the short term, it comes with penalties that can worsen your situation in the long run.
If you're younger than 59 and a half, if you do touch it, you're going to get hit with a 10% penalty. All right, you got to pay taxes on it and you get hit with the penalty. That's very severe.
To help prepare younger generations for their financial futures, parents are advised to talk to their kids about saving early.
From the minute you start to get a job, start putting away 10%, especially since you don't have yet the kids and the car and the house.
Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
Still ahead, a group of Mario fans attempt to beat every user-made level in Super Mario. We'll meet some of the players.
Well, we are in for a pretty cloudy and windy evening tonight. Temperatures dropped this morning down to about 55 for our high today. Going to continue to drop tonight, getting to a low of 44. Take a look, you see all the clouds. This is our shot from Cornell Complex camera, and we do have some showers in our northern counties. Not much rainfall though, just pretty light showers. It's going to quickly move off to the east with our next rain system moving in tomorrow morning, still sitting in the Midwest over Colorado. Temperatures dropped due to our slight cold front we had move through on Friday. So our high Friday was 67 and our high today was 55. We're still going to be a little chillier, less than 60 tomorrow for our high, but temperatures will start to warm up as we go into a warming trend next week after this little patch of rainfall tomorrow. We do have some pretty windy days ahead. Tonight, gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour. And as we move into Sunday morning, it's going to pick up pretty quickly up to 35, 40 miles per hour pretty much the entire day. Especially in the mornings, going to be our fastest wind. And then throughout the day, settle down a little bit. But like I said, pretty windy day tomorrow, along with the rain chances that we have seen coming in a little bit earlier on Sunday, but the heaviest rain moving in Sunday evening. Our low tonight is going to be 44, going to be pretty cloudy and pretty windy across the region. Like I said, we may see some showers in those northern counties, but for the most part, it's just going to be cloudy across the region. Rain starts to move in early Sunday morning with the heaviest rainfall across the region coming in later Sunday evening after about 4 p.m. is when we're going to start to see that pick up. It's going to continue all the way through Monday morning, but as of right now, that heaviest patch of rain is coming through just south of us, so we're not going to expect to see any severe thunderstorms, just like heavy rainfall and maybe some thunder. That starts pretty early, right after 9 a.m. We're going to start to see those showers make their way through, especially in those northern counties and off in the western counties. But as we move through the day after noon, we're going to start to see widespread showers kind of stretching all the way down to Joplin, but mostly, like I said, just the western counties up through Parsons, Yates Center, Nevada getting some showers, Veneta getting some showers. Heavier rainfall coming in Sunday night with those patches of possible thunderstorms, still not severe, just you may hear thunder, maybe some lightning along with that. And then after that, rain starts to make its way south by Monday morning, so we won't see much more rain after that. And then we go into a warming trend starting Tuesday, 50 degrees, but sunny skies, a little windy on Friday, but temperatures start to warm up into the 70s. By next Monday, we're seeing temperatures 79 degrees, but we do have our next chance of rainfall coming in on Monday.
Man, next week is looking pretty decent, you know?
Yeah, it is. Sunny skies, 60s and 70s. Looking forward to it.
If I call out, let's just say I'm sick, not enjoying the nice weather.
I won't say a word.
Thank you. Don't forget, you can be the first to know about today's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Coming up in sports, the Kansas Jayhawks look to advance to the Sweet 16. Can they do it? Plus, Missouri Southern Baseball is hosting Washburn this weekend. We'll have the highlights and more next in sports. It's a feat of a major magnitude in the world of Mario as a group of players tries to beat every user-made level and is pretty close. Fox Eggman Digman explains what Team Zero is up to in this edition of Fox on Game series.
The original Super Mario Maker came out for Nintendo's Wii U system in 2015. It was the first time the House of Mario officially allowed users to create their own maps and have the community play those maps, no matter the difficulty. But now Super Mario Maker is going away, leaving the other 10 million fan-created levels in the dust. And one group of dedicated players are making sure that no level goes undone before the Wii U's servers shut down for good on April 8th. Team 0% announcing they have met the boss of the game, the final level, which is called Trimming the Herbs. Now they just have to beat it. Technically, it was cleared once before because the creator, Ahoyo, had to beat the level to upload it, but since then, it has not been done. This level in particular was created for a competition in Kaizo, which translates loosely into a really difficult level of Super Mario Bros.
And the group is vowing to continue its goal to defeat every level on the Nintendo Switch, where the sequel lives on. Check out this story and more every weekend on the Fox on Tech, Fox on Games podcast. In New York, Eamon Dignam, Fox News.
Up next, we'll check out all the biggest news coming out of Hollywood. An iconic ghost is back for more afterlife chaos. A multi-Grammy winner scores another award and more. Here's Fox Kristen Goodwin with all the latest in the Hollywood nation.
The juice is loose.
Beetlejuice returns, the Targaryens prepare for war, and Beyoncé receives a special honor in the Hollywood nation.
Still working on my life, you know.
Beyoncé is being recognized for her influence on pop culture and music. The 32-time Grammy winner will be honored with the iHeartRadio Innovator Award at Fox's iHeartRadio Music Awards. Actor and rapper Ludacris is set to host the celebration of fan-favorite artists, which will feature performances by Justin Timberlake, Green Day, Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, and more. Plus, there will be a special musical tribute to the 2024 iHeartRadio Icon Award recipient, Cher. The ceremony airs live from Hollywood's Dolby Theater, April 1st, only on Fox. Cillian Murphy will be back to lead his Birmingham Street Gang. Murphy, who recently won the Best Actor Oscar for Oppenheimer, will reprise his role as gangster Tommy Shelby in the upcoming Peaky Blinders movie. Show creator Stephen Knight confirmed the news to Birmingham World during a red carpet interview at the premiere of his new series, This Town. The film adaptation of the hit BBC period crime series starts production this September.
To war, then.
HBO wants Game of Thrones fans to choose a side in today's first looks. The network released dueling trailers for House of the Dragon Season 2, giving a glimpse at Princess Rhaenyra's and Queen Alicent's all-out war to claim the Iron Throne. The show returns June 16th. Michael Keaton suits back up as Tim Burton's iconic ghost in Beetlejuice. Warner Brothers dropped the teaser trailer for the sequel to the 1988 horror comedy, which also features Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara reprising their roles as Lydia and Delia Deeds. Jenna Ortega joins the cast as Lydia's daughter Astrid. The afterlife chaos arrives to theaters September 6th. In Hollywood, Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
That's our time for tonight. Thank you for joining us. We'll leave you with a video of a baby giraffe at a Chester Zoo in England. From all of us here at KOAM, have a great night.